Hello everybody, this is Sylvie Filion, also known as the Proficient Realtor. Today I will show you an easy way that you are able to do a quick painting in order to change up the decor in your home, or if you're putting it on the market to sell and you're just looking to have something different, change. This is an easy way for you to be able to spruce up your walls or change the decor. So today I'm using 4 different colors. Obviously you see them right there. So yellow, orange, red, and a very small amount of black. I have about 8 ounces and the 3 colored cups. And then I have about 2 ounces of black, so very small amount of black. I just wanted to have a little bit of contrast, and the black actually ended up making some green because I'm mixing it with the yellow right now, I guess, and yeah, it ends up changing it into a little bit of a green, but it's actually beautiful when it's all done. The canvas that I used is it's a wooden canvas, so not to the material type, and I've just usually those are brown, and I just gave it a quick, very quick coat of black paint. It kind of looks charcoal gray in the video, but it's actually as black as the paint in the cup, and it's just so that when I'm flipping the paint or the cups onto the canvas, when the paint is moving around, I don't want the paint to roll over itself, or roll under itself. Instead, the paint will just glide on top of the canvas to go wherever it needs to go, instead of rolling under itself. So the method that I'm using is basically just following the design that I have chosen. So the design that I've chosen is the black, the red, the orange, and the yellow. I didn't want to have the yellow beside the red because I already have orange, and I didn't want my yellow to turn into, or the yellow and red to be turning into more orange. Okay, I wanted to have more of a kind of like a fire look to it. That's what I was kind of going for. So I'm just pouring the paint on the side of the cup. At the end, when your cup is pretty much full, it doesn't really, I'm still using the one side, as you can see, but I'm constantly pouring, so I'm not pouring it high either, because if you pour it high, then it will give you definitely different effects. So the paint that I use, it's actually a new product, I forget the name, and then I used 60% glue, 30% water, and 10% oh my goodness, I forget, Floetrol. So that was my pouring medium, and then for when I was mixing my paint inside my cups, I did 1 part pouring medium and the other part paint, and I added about 3 to 4 drops of silicone in each cup, except for the black one. The black one had about 2, I suppose. So now I'm just wrapping up now. Now, ideally you want your cups to be very close to the top, because when you're flipping them, you don't necessarily want the paint to be all mixing. You're flipping the cup, and it's supposed to be, the paint's not really supposed to move until you tip the cup over. Okay, I'm trying to figure out the best way here, because it's the canvas is not that big. It's actually a 10 by 20. And I'm trying to figure out here, where am I going to put my third cup? Because when I'm pouring it, like when I'm dragging the cup, trying to figure out, okay, am I going to go up and down? Am I going to go side to side? Anyways, so I figured the last cup was going to be kind of improvising and pouring it towards the area that the canvas was not covered. So I really like this size. You know, if you make a mistake, and because you have no control over how things are going to look, and let's say if things look very bad or it does not work out, you didn't waste that much paint. So 10 by 20, I think it's probably my new favorite size, and I might just end up purchasing that size moving forward. I'm just finding a few little air bubbles. My pouring medium didn't have a chance to sit. Usually you kind of want it to sit for like a day, because when you're shaking your container to mix, you know, the Floetrol, the glue and the water, you're giving it a good shake. So of course you're going to be creating air bubbles. So when your pouring medium sits there for about a day, then you're able to, you know, you won't be really finding any air bubbles. So now, after pouring the first cup, and you already see the beautiful cells that are happening. Oh my God, I love this product. This is going to be, I think, my new method of doing the pouring mediums. And you'll see here how I am like scraping the extra paint from the leftovers, and I'm just kind of filling in the gaps, and I'm gonna get rid of that extra paint. And it's just easier to sometimes it ends up looking good, but here it didn't actually. So I wanted to make sure that when I'm moving the canvas around, that I'm gonna get rid of that extra paint or that part. And then that section is absolutely gorgeous. And it's funny how, you know, I poured in some cups. I ended up actually pouring a little extra paint. Like I know the middle one had, there was one time I put a little bit more yellow, and then the other ones were pretty much identical. And when you're looking at those three sections, one is like, you would think that the main color was black. The middle one, you're thinking, well, where did that green come from? And the other one on the right side, that's pretty much the color I was going for when I planned my colors prior to doing this. So that's fine. It's going to end up actually looking super beautiful. So now I'm just dragging the paint, because I see there's like some leftover sections of the canvas that are not filled or they're not covered. So I'm just helping the paint along. So I'm basically just dragging a little bit of paint in order to cover those sections. So what you want to do is you want to be moving your canvas side to side and slowly. You don't want to be tipping it too much. And so I'm moving it a little bit to the left. Okay, and then I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to move it a little bit to the right. So you kind of want things to go down. You want it to go like left, right, and going towards like right now I'm trying to get rid of the sections at the top. So now I'm going right a little bit, and then you see like I want to make sure that I'm getting the corner, because the corners are always problematic. They're always the ones that end up not being covered. So now now the corner on the right is covered. So now I'm going back to the left, and there's actually that section was good at that corner. So I'm just trying to pour it over the canvas, so that way the sides will be covered. And then so once that's done, once the top is done, then I'm going to be using the same process to go and cover the bottom. Okay, so I'm going, see again, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get rid of that one corner. So I'm going to the right now, and then I'm going back to the left, and then we're just slowly wiggling the paint back and forth towards the bottom in order to get those sections that I had added. So see how we got rid of those extra sections without really moving the middle sections, like the cells are still very well intact. You kind of still see the 3 sections, and I tried to make it so that my lines were a little bit they were straight, like it's, well, not straight, but you know what I mean, like the sections were a little bit more organized, I guess. So after I am done moving it around, I have this little spatula that I use, and my canvas is a little out of focus now because I moved it, but I am scraping the paint that's underneath, and I am basically just touching the areas where the paint didn't go all the way over, and it's pretty much my corners. It's actually all 4 corners. They're missing paint. So now I'm just using my spatula to just kind of go underneath the canvas, and I'm just scraping the extra paint, because there's always going to be a lot of extra paint just dripping down, and I don't want it to leave like a big chunk of paint or a big blob of paint. So I'm just scraping again, but at the bottom of my green or my black container, I'm just picking up the paint nicely. I don't want it to be like all mixed up or whatever, and then I'm just touching the corners, and then the excess paint will be dripping off back to the bottom. See, I'm touching that the bottom left right now. Now the colors are not 100%. It's close, but it's a little off. The yellow, it looks like a fluorescent yellow, and it's not a fluorescent yellow. It's actually quite nice. It's not crazy like that. So this here, guys, it's an easy way to change your artwork, and you can choose whatever color that you want. I'm just torturing it a little bit with my torch because I'm wanting a little bit of extra cells. Now I'm not going where the big cells are, but I'm just kind of, and also this is a great way to kill, or not to kill, but to pop some air bubbles. But this is an easy way that, if you're putting your house up on the market, or if you're just looking to change your decor, this is an easy way. If you're finding you're having a hard time finding great artwork for a specific color, you can choose the color that you want your artwork to be. Anybody can do this. Seriously, it is not difficult at all. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe and like, and definitely leave some comments. Let me know, or post what your creations look like after you're done. Have a great day, everyone.